Let's take a moment to think of this. Have you ever wondered why we fall in love with foreign countries and hate our own? Is it because we adore other countries' cultures, or is it because of the beautiful and clean streets? When I was younger, I used to see people throw their wastes on the street, and the first thing that came to my mind as a young kid was, if they were allowed to do so, why wasn't I? We throw our trash on the streets, unconcerned about where that small piece might end up, and not knowing who it might affect. Well, let me walk you through the whole process. You throw a piece of trash on the street. This small piece enters the sewers, and the sewer's final destination is the sea. So, this piece of plastic that you have thrown earlier that day has now reached the ocean, where it will take it years to get decomposed. Moreover, some of the destroyed plastic in the ocean might come back to shores. So, think about it like a message in a bottle. What goes out into the deep and wild ocean could come back. In Lebanon, not all of our garbage reaches the sea and ocean. Some might get stuck in the sewers, which explains why every time it rains, lakes form on the main road and streets of our country. Couple of weeks ago, I was walking to my grandmother's house. In front of me was a mother and her child. The child was eating a chocolate bar, when suddenly his mother told him to throw the wrap under the car and that no one will see. What I saw that day was one of thousands of examples that occur daily in Lebanon. In addition, the garbage that goes into the ocean doesn't just affect the view of our water, but it affects our health too. Fish don't recognize whether they are eating plastic or food. According to the Washington Post, more than 50 species of fish have been found to consume plastic trash at sea. This is bad news, not only for the fish, but for humans who rely on fish for sustenance. Consequently, we would be eating our own wastes. In fact, it turns out from studies conducted over the last few decades that this magnificent environment is seriously threatened by human intervention, with plastic set to outnumber fish by 2050. Some things we could take part in to solve this immense issue is organizing cleanups with friends. Whether we clean the roads or the beach, we are making a difference. These cleanups should occur often to ensure a large change. Making good use of recycle bins, keeping a litter bag in our vehicles, raising awareness of the danger and the effect of littering is important too. On the other hand, the government should pass a law against throwing garbage on the streets, and should fine anyone that trespasses this law. And as a citizen, you should stop them from throwing their trash on the streets when you see them. In conclusion, and as an answer to the question I asked earlier, cleanliness plays a major role when it comes to whether or not a person hates or loves a country. We constantly say that we want to travel, but is it the country that we want to change or the environment? Big changes start with small steps, and we all have the power to make a difference. If we take all the actions possible to keep our own country clean, there will be no need to travel to another country. So, dear audience, from now on, think twice before littering your beautiful country. And for this issue to get solved, we must all take action.